Hi everyone, just give me a second. Let me grab Joe.
How are you?
Hi Joe, how are you?
Good, you?
Good. The sound is okay?
Sounds good here, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we have a few guests arriving and this will be recorded, so we will share it so you won't miss anything out. I'd like to first start out by introducing myself. So I am Anne Marie. I am the artist, the owner, founder of Joan's Heart Studio. For those of you that don't know specifics about me, follow my Instagram. I am an artist in New York City, and I am pleased to be joined today with Joe Alfano from Tooned Out. First, I'd like to start before we get into it, just to know a little bit about what we're going to do here today. So, back in March, you learn a lot about people's creativity, obviously, through their artwork. But when you learn more about someone's character, you know that they're good people. And I knew right away Joe was good people. First, he knows family. So that off the bat is a telltale sign that he's a good person, right? Secondly, when I reached out to him back in March, and Joe, I don't know if you remember this, but I was asking several artists here on Instagram just some insight about how to sell here on social media. And you, honestly, honest to God, were one, and I have exactly what you said. I don't know much, but feel free to ask me anything, and I'd be happy to help. So today you put on your stories a quote: value anyone who supports you and they have nothing to gain. Thank you for being so gracious and always willing to help and give advice. So
You're very
without
welcome.
further ado, I'd like to hand over the mic to you. Introducing everyone, the mastermind, cartoon artist, Joe Alfano from Tooned Out. And Joe, to
Hello?
start, welcome. Hi. And
Thank you,
let's
thank
just
you.
get started, just to get to know a little bit about you, how long you've been painting, and so we'll go from there.
We're going on just shy of 6 years, 5.5 years when I started. Started taking it seriously about 4.5 years ago. Like spring 2020 is when I decided that this is potentially something I could do forever, So 5 years,
Awesome.
let's call it. Let's call it
Five
five, yeah.
years. All right. Five is good. Five is a good
Mhm.
number. I have no problems with that. What inspires you with your art?
That's a tough one because nothing in particular. Nothing. I, like everybody else, feel uninspired most of the time, and usually when I start something, I stay in it. That kind of motivates me to keep coming back, and I look forward to working on whatever I'm working on at the time. But nothing in particular inspires me, to be honest with you. Just kind of whatever happens, go with the
You
flow.
just go with it. Yeah, I get it. There are things that I know fellow artists get inspired by, whether that's, at my last artist chat with Rebecca Dunn, we were talking about being outdoors, right? But there's no
That's a
rhyme
big
or
one.
reason. Yeah, that's a definite
That's a
big
big
one.
one. I spend a lot of time, I don't want to call it hiking, but walking in the woods with my dog. Try to get out there early in
Okay.
the morning. That usually sets my tone for the day. Start with some
And
peace and quiet, and when I do find myself uninspired, I tend to take off and spend some time in the woods. So Mother Nature
okay,
is definitely a nice driving force.
it's a part of it. Yeah. And don't you
Yeah,
find that
absolutely.
just like just in different emotions that maybe happen throughout the day
Yeah,
can also inspire some creativity, I would think, right?
I'm definitely uninspired more than I'm inspired. Put it that way, but
Okay.
we work through it.
Yeah, yeah, we do. We all do, I think, for sure. How do you handle a creative block?
I try to reset, try to quiet the brain. Usually creative blocks come from outside forces. Bills and stress and health and whatever that happens to be. So again, I try to get into nature and quiet the brain a little bit. and
Yes.
uh, and I also I do a lot of lettering. Lettering seems to be my reset. I'll just pick a random word and do a little graffiti. Since it's something that I'm not doing on a daily basis, it's not work to me. Rarely am
Yes.
I doing that for a customer. So lettering usually tends to keep my hands, you know, keep the muscle memory going and kind of just do whatever I want to do versus having to sit down and do what somebody's asking me to do.
Yes. Yes. And
So usually
that's
usually
one of
resort
the
back to lettering.
Yes, yes. I'm totally on board with everything that you're saying. Coming originally from a corporate background, you're always being told, make 5 copies of this, meet these deadlines, get this presentation ready, and whatever else that job or that role entails. It's such a freedom when you have your own
Yeah.
business, right?
You're
Like
not checking
yourself.
things off somebody else's list. You're checking them off your own list.
Yes. And there's good days and bad days, but at the end of the day, the goal is you're trying to just make things happen for yourself. So I'm very proud. The little that I do know about you, all of this time in 5 years, you've really come a long way.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
kudos to
Appreciate that.
you. Joe, what are you most proud of?
Uh, the studio, the life I've created for myself, the freedom that I've created. You said you spent time in corporate, so you understand that when you get out of work, there's no time to do anything. So I
Yes,
kind of have that freedom where I could spend my mornings, running errands or going to a doctor's appointment or something like that, and then still work my full day. I get to spend 24 hours a day with my dog, and
there you
it
go.
was I wanted to create the freedom. I'm proud of the freedom that I created for
Very good.
myself.
What's your dog's name, by the way?
Tyson.
Oh, Tyson. That's such a great name. It's
He's
so
sound asleep.
fitting. It's so fitting, with his look.
I,
It's
I
kind of
kind of
just
picked the dog to the name.
there you go. There you go. We have a cat, and his name is he might make a guest appearance, Yogi. So as soon as you kind of just the name with the face kind of gets um
Yeah,
matches
absolutely.
up. So the next question that I guess I would ask you, and then we'll just leave the floor to just anything random that you'd like to add. What advice would you give to an aspiring artist that's in starting the game or
Do,
that's
do
in
what
the
you do.
game?
Do what you do every day. Don't ever stop. Just keep perfecting your craft. Whether it be brushwork or line work or can work or whatever it is. Like keep the muscles fresh and do something every day. Like I said, whether it be lettering or this and that. Like even sometimes I don't have a commission or I don't feel like working on a commission. I try to sit down and draw something every single day just so that because I'm sure that you take a little break and it feels like you're using somebody else's hands sometimes.
Yes, it's very true. Yeah, every
And
day, even if it's just a little something to just throw on Instagram, right? Just as an intro to something that can be a
of
masterpiece,
course,
if
yeah,
that's what we like to call all of our artworks. Um,
self-proclaimed masterpiece.
yes, for sure. So if there's anything, we'll close with this. I like to keep these short. This is the second one. But I would like to just lastly open the floor to thank you, to say I'm grateful for you agreeing to doing this.
Of course, thank you.
Do you have anything that you'd like to add, where you'll be, your website, anything like exciting that you'd like to share with the
Yes.
others?
After many years of battling with the website, it is finally up and running. It's still new, but the link is in my bio. Um, I'm doing an art show October 10th and 11th, Friday and Saturday at Yonkers Brewing. Times to be determined, but it will be in the evening both nights. And I'll be showcasing some of what's behind me and hopefully a bunch that nobody's seen yet, if time allows. Um, and just keep an eye out. I'm gonna keep getting better every day.
All right. I know you are, and I'll be watching from afar, cheering you on every step of the way. So,
Thank you so much.
Joe,
Likewise.
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone that joined live, and this will be posted on our social medias so that you can come back and watch it. But anyway, again, Anne Marie, Joan's Heart Studio, Joe Alfano from Tooned Out. Have a great
Thank you
day,
for having me.
everyone. Thank
I
you, Joe.
appreciate you.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
See ya. Bye.